Again, and hello, it's Vo, and welcome back to Turbine City. Last time we made it through to Grand City, got to a population of 24k. Today we're going to carry on, try and push through to the next milestone. We've unlocked our solar power plant and our baseball park. We'll try and get them both popped in. We'll have to see how big the baseball park is first, see where we can fit it in. So last time we were working on getting this water connected up. Go ahead and delete a few of these roads so we can make a little bit more space for our new stadium. We can clean up our area by right clicking and sort of snap into the road, tidy it up a little bit. Delete these in anticipation of the American football stadium. It's probably going to be just as big. So we can get this one in tucked in here right next to our pathway. We've got room along here for a few more dorms. Try and increase our capacity for students. Hopefully get one more in the middle here as well, right between all the stadiums. I think they won't mind if it's their friends playing, making a lot of noise. Get another study hall in and tidy up the bottom of the area here. It's a much more appealing shape than that horrible blob. Extend our water out a little bit, just to cover what we've got going up to this main road. Need a little more fire coverage in here for our stadiums. Get that popped in. Police, we can maybe pop a little police station in, see if we can get this fitted in here. Yeah, perfect fit, so we'll get that in there. Try and extend our metro loops. If we get a first station in here, we can get that connected up to the line over here. Get that connected up for the future line that will run around the top. So if we get these lines connected, we can maybe set up our loops going anti-clockwise and clockwise. And people can connect at that station that runs between the two loops. And get another train station in here maybe. If we leave enough room either side to get tracks out. Get this popped in opposite our metro station here. We can go underneath the road on this side, I think. And we'll run a line up parallel to our metro line. We can come back above ground here and get this connected up at the top. We use Move It to make it nice and neat. Make sure the slopes aren't too steep on either side. Looks slightly steeper on this side, so we can get this adjusted slightly. Make it more natural and easier for the trains. On the other side, we're going to come up with the anticipation that we can come over the highway when we unlock that next square. If we put in an overground metro station that we've got with the recent update, we can then maybe take the line underneath the roundabout, then we can come up and over where we've got our underground train line. If we get that popped in, then we can go back underground and then get it connected to our existing network here. That way we can keep our metro trains going, keep the network alive. I think we can get this connected up with just zoning. We might not want the residential so close to our university buildings, especially these big stadiums. We can put in offices to try and block the noise, but we might want to de-zone the residential and have just commercial coming all the way along here, create a sort of barrier. De-zone some of the residential here. We can switch it up for commercial and then move the residential back a bit. Start our residential along these main roads. Get some high density in. We can fill in with the smaller roads with some lower density stuff. We can pop in a few paths up and over. Get the areas connected to make it easier for people to walk in between. People love these paths, so if anything, that'll get them off the roads, stop them using their cars. It's definitely help with our overall traffic. Maybe get a few more paths connected from the edges of this big square within a square. Just one up to the main road here. Don't know what we're going to have on the other side of the road yet. It's nice and easy for us to fill in these squares. There are light residential zoning. Thanks there. The people do love these paths. Maybe if we get some more paths coming down the main road, it'll give them easier access so they can get to this metro station. Again, stop them using their cars to get around if we can. Get the simulation going again. Looks like we've forgot water down to this one down here. Get this covered with a water pipe. Electricity. Like I say, we'll hope that just the zoning gets that one on the go and carries the electric across. We haven't put in post office, the sorting facility, the bigger building that feeds all the smaller post offices. So we can get that popped in between the roundabout and our new train line. Maybe get post office itself nearby. Fits in nice and neat there. Then we can use our power cables to get this hooked up to power from there. Try and avoid where we're going to run our medium road down. Our academic year is over again. We've lost some more students. I don't know what we're doing wrong. We're making it more attractive. Everything's going right in terms of what we're doing and placing things, but you know, they're winning trophies. They're having toga parties. We need more students. It's not helping us. If we increase the taxes for our high density stuff, hopefully that increased money coming in will be able to fund our extra services that will pop in. See happiness going on throughout the city. That usually means that somebody's won a match. So our students are good at winning things here. Just need more of them. The same sort of policies as the match day, like our football stadiums. We'll get one popped in at some point soon. We can rename them, since our team is the Eagles, the Dean Bowie Institute Eagles. We'll get all these stadiums and centres and things renamed to the Eagles. Hopefully that'll help them, give them extra morale. Get back to doing a bit of zoning. Residential needs are sort of through the roof. Maybe want to get a few more buildings in this square. We can pop in some death care maybe. If we get in a crematorium right next to the cemetery, it'd be really easy for them to empty out when they need to. Maybe pop in a medical clinic as well next door. Get elder care behind it. Maybe childcare we can pop in somewhere else, maybe up against here. All the services down there, we can maybe get some garbage incinerators popped in. See if we get one popped in our services square here. Perfect. More fire coverage down here, so we'll get that in. Also park coverage, we'll get another park in. Not quite sure where our next milestone is, but people are certainly moving in at a decent rate. Keep zoning housing for them. Getting paths connected up to make it easy for them to get about. Hopefully we can get a path along either side of this sort of exposed metro line. Just get sort of up to here filled in with residential so we're not going too close to the potential stadium that we're going to pop in across there. Can fill in a couple of medium roads here. Again, we can remove that if we need to pop in a stadium and it's going to be too big. I noticed some unusual behaviour on the roundabout here, and then when I zoomed in I realised there was traffic lights. Of course, we've made a whole bunch of new roads, made a whole bunch of new junctions, so we need to go through and turn off all the traffic lights, keep the traffic flowing. Bad traffic will have a negative effect on the city. Try and catch them all. Go around and got all the traffic lights done. If we zone in around the edges here, be nice and easy to fill in the middle with the lighter stuff. Getting in another water pipe. Make sure we get this covered. Follow this road along to get a little bit more zone in. Don't quite have a need for industrial yet. When we do, we can maybe get a little bit more offices built in. Pop them in for when the need does pop up. I'm sure it won't be long. All these people that we're popping in are going to need places to work. Not all of them will want to work in shops. A lot of them will want to go and work in the industrial areas instead. Usually when your citizens are highly educated, they want offices over industrial, manual labour, that sort of thing. So it's hard to tell when you've got industrial need whether you're best to fill that need with actual industrial or offices. Got an opportunity here to pop in our solar power plant, so we'll get this popped in and that'll feed our electricity needs for a while. And get the budget readjusted. So we've now got everybody accommodated, I think. Seems fine. Right, so it seems like we've gained a lot of students, we're going in the right direction. We're still unrecognised, but we're not far off it. I think we need 500 students. Yeah, we need 500 students to get up to the next level. If we give the grant, it's going to cost us a bunch of money, but it might make the difference. Maybe up this budget as well, see if that makes any difference on our getting another academic work, so we can level up the uni. Get some more smaller roads popped in. We'll zone in front of this metro track. Just get some commercial in here. We'll leave some space for some paths. Continue some commercial along this road. We can't get a path right along the edge of where the metro line comes out, unfortunately, so we'll have to take our path back from here. That'll make a slightly more interesting area anyway. If we get a path connected down here, a little bit of variation. Makes it look slightly more interesting, I think. We'll get a few more roads popped in so we can get more zoning in when we need it. I think if we cover this entire medium main road with heavy duty residential on either side, we can maybe get some more elementary schools in. Got loads of people moving into the city. They need places for their kids to go to school. If we stay on top of the elementary school needs, we've got a true reflection of how many kids are going to be eligible to go to the high schools. So if we stay on top of the elementary schools, we can then properly stay on top of the high schools. We can get one popped in up here, I think, leaving enough space to get the road out if we want to come underneath the tracks. Get that hooked up with a few underground power cables to here. Maybe get another high school in this square where we've got space here. If we zone in, try and focus on the zoning around this high school, we can maybe get power to it sooner rather than later. Our need right now is slightly more for commercial, so we'll get that popped in. This little square, I guess we can make a little block of houses, why not? If we pop in a post office far enough away that the noise doesn't bother that little block of houses we just popped in, because the rest of it roundabout is commercial, so should blanket the noise. We've got power issues. Looks like our budget's not quite enough for the night time. Get that popped up a little bit. This last little strip where we built that extra offices, we didn't quite get that covered with water. We'll get that done. Another elder care we can pop in, maybe over this side, it fits better. Maybe a childcare tucked in up against the buildings on the main road. Get a gym popped in next to where these paths come out. Nice walking distance for everyone round about. We get a pool over here. The yoga garden's quite small, we can fit that in pretty much anywhere. Get that in, tucked up against the building that's on the main road as well. Medical clinic on the end here. I don't think we're going to need to keep extending that little road out. I don't think we need this overground station, because we've got the line coming overground where we need it to, over the underground train track. Can maybe switch this just for a normal underground station. We only really needed to go overground just to get past that one little section where the train line intersects. We'll extend our road network out when we get a bit more demand. We don't want to build the road network and get the backbones of the road in when no one's using it. So we'll wait till the demand gets up a little bit, and then we'll pop in the rest of these roads. I think we probably want this to end in a roundabout down here. So we'll get these last two little squares deleted, these last little sections of road. Get this in here, get this lined up as best as we can. Get it connected and upgraded. There are roads with the trees. We'll try and get it connected around the back. Nice. We'll maybe chop it so they're not such big squares. We can run our medium roads down, get them chopped up again. Get things separated out into blocks before we run our small roads off them. So we can fill in what we've got before we come down here there and go for popping in the smaller roads. If we go around the edges along the bigger roads, it'd be nice and easy to fill in with the lower density stuff. Get this in mainly commercial here, I think. If we pop in residential at the bottom, we maybe want to change a section of this to offices to make sure there's no noise coming off that metro track. Same up here, I think offices are the key to block the noise of this railroad. We'll come all the way up to the road here. We check park coverage. Do with another park, maybe on the end of the road here. Have a look at our unique buildings. I've never used this one before, I don't think, the Bird and Bee Haven. These other ones, these last two are from the workshop. Can maybe pop in the statue of Chirper. Try and get it tucked in up against the rail, so we can have room for our road to extend out if we want to. Delete that last little bit and zone in case we want to run a road along the back. And get some commercial along here. Maybe match with some more residential leading up to here. That space. Now we can pop a little bit of commercial in here, a little bit of shops, and then run a path across before it all builds in. I want to try and remember to leave a little bit of commercial in amongst all our residentials so that people don't have too far to go to the shops. Bring this up and over now rather than deleting it in 5 minutes when I build the road in. Get the road in now. Looks like there's underground power lines in our way, so we'll get them deleted. So we can continue our roads. We'll have to deal with this water issue. If we have a look at the budget, I think even if we turn it up, we might want to look at putting in some more water services. Can we get this rezoned? Got the academic report through. Oh, we finally made it from unrecognised to recognised. We've actually leveled up. We've got new things to put in. How exciting. So we got our academic work, we got our student level up. We've unlocked these 4 new buildings so we can go and pop in somewhere. It looks like funding the grant for the academic work, that paid off. Maybe need to remember that for the future if we need to do that again. We'll get this paused so we can do this sort of redevelopment. We'll get another water pump in here. Maybe get a sewerage in here, or outflow pipe. If we move our advanced wind turbines, we move it. We can fit in another one of each up here. Hopefully we won't need to overburden that area further down. We can go ahead and pop in these buildings we've unlocked. We've got the outdoor study. We can get that in over here, that fits perfectly. Then we've got the gymnasium. Let's see if we can pop that in. That's going to fit down here nicely, next to our metro station. then the cafeteria, we'll see where we can get that popped in. We can get that in right next to our path, behind the baseball arena. We've got fountains, we can maybe get that popped in right next to the cafeteria. We get another one popped in over here because it fits nicely. And that's it, that's all the buildings we've unlocked so far. Oh well, it was exciting for a brief minute. I've just noticed we've got some varsity sports policies. We've probably had them unlocked since we put down the varsity sports buildings, so we'll get them checked, see if that helps us out any. We're getting a little bit of flooding along here, along the river. It's maybe from our outflow pipe. It's maybe spitting out too much, too close to these shops, so maybe if we get it moved down here, discreet and out of the way, next to the other one. Get it connected up. I think we've just moved the flooding. We'll maybe have to add in another water pump. Maybe if we have a sort of ratio where we're pumping more water out than we're putting back in, hopefully that'll stop it flooding again. We'll get this rezoned to offices because even the commercial buildings don't like the noise from the water pumps. This bit along the top, we maybe want to change this to offices. We could just leave it as commercial though. Guess we've got the choice. We've made it to Capital City. So we've got up to 38k. We've unlocked another area. I think we're a ways off that yet. The ship as well, we've unlocked our harbour and the cargo harbour. But we're right up the other end of the map. We've got the American football stadium, which I presume is going to be the biggest one. So we'll see if we can fit that in next episode. Do join us for that. Until then, take it easy, stay safe, stay inside, play City Skylines, and I'll see you next time.